All right, guys. Happy 4th of July. We are live. Some of us are here, not all of us. We got a couple other guys that are going to probably pop in throughout the show. Got Chris. He's a new driver here. He actually put his last name up. That's funny. You're the only one that's ever done that before. It's all good. And we got JC. JC's a regular, as always. You guys know JC. Don't know how good this live's going to go tonight, but I figured we'd give it a shot and see what's going on. And got a couple people in the house. E Dog says Happy 4th of July, everybody. George Geddens is in the house. Happy 4th of July. Yeah, George, I saw you called me earlier, buddy. We're doing a weird schedule this last couple of days, but I'll try and give you a ring tomorrow, bud. I was sleeping, and I've got a student again, so. O50 Eli says, Hi, pals. Ben Grider, happy 4th. Hey, Ben, how's things going for you? I hope things are well since you made the switch. Jeremiah Gibson, hey, buddy. How's things going for you, Jeremiah? And Francis is in the house. Hey, Francis. Hey, by the way, if you're at home, man, and, if it's privacy things, don't even worry about going up. It's no big deal. You don't need to come in. I don't like people coming in when they're at home anyways. And there's Trey. Hey, Trey, happy 4th to you, buddy. I hope things are going well with you. So my week so far has been kind of, like I said at the beginning, it's been kind of weird. I've got a couple good loads. Got a little break in between. I really needed a 34, and just the way the hours and the time worked out, I decided to take a 34 and rest. And the student had some personal business that he wanted to deal with, so it just kind of worked out for me. Everything was good. What about you, Chris? How's things going for you, bud?
I got that load from Atlanta on Tuesday, was it?
Yep.
Went up to New Jersey, had some issues in New Jersey, some residential traffic getting out to that Home Depot. Yeah, cars parked on both sides trying to fit in there to go down that road to get to the Home Depot. But other than that, I haven't really had any issues. Got up from New Jersey back to Columbus area so I can get home, get the rest of my gear. But other than that, I'm sitting out here in Maryland.
Let's focus on that New Jersey load, and that's kind of what I wanted to talk about. So, just so you guys know, he came in on Tuesday, and our cutoff is Wednesday midnight. He had a lot of issues at the very beginning, just minor issues to get him going, and we found him a load that was really, really good. What was it, 2,700, 2,600?
About $2,600.
$2,600, and it delivered the next day in New Jersey. And I called him immediately. I said, "Hey, bud, as long as you don't mind going to New Jersey, here's a load right here you can take, and you can deliver tomorrow and get paid on it." Well, guess what? He did exactly that. It was a little close getting there, but he made it. And what'd you end up taking home?
Just shy of $1,600.
There you go,
It
guys.
was like 1576 on one load for one
did you
week.
did you get paid on it yet?
Yeah, I got paid yesterday, was Saturday, so yesterday morning at 4 a.m.
So, guys, that's not too bad. Start working on Tuesday and get paid on Friday. I mean, usually it's Monday, but still, I mean, he's getting a paycheck of $1,600, on one load in his first week. I get a lot of call from you guys, and your goals are somewhere between $1,500 and $1,800 a week. He did that in one load. Now, we're going to go back to a little bit of a topic that's been kind of a hot topic on the load board. We've talked about it before. The percentage. I got a load that I'm getting 55% on, but it still pays me $3.50 a mile with my deadhead. Who cares what the percentage is? Why are you guys focusing on what the percentage is? I mean, you can be a conspiracy theorist all you want to, and Swift's keeping my money or this and that. Who cares? You're still getting paid, $3.50 a mile or whatever the situation is. I don't get it. Now, if it doesn't pay, what it should, then obviously, don't take it. It's just on there for people to grab. And, I always talk about those cheap loads. If it's a cheap load and you don't want to take it, well, that load might take care of an issue. Maybe he's trying to get home, or she, or whatever, and that $1.50 a mile load that's on there at 45% or whatever, it might fill somebody's needs. It doesn't mean you have to take it. Anyway, that's my rant. How about you, JC? How's your week?
Well, I'm actually not going to get a check on Monday because I got that load to Connecticut. I got there, it was like 1:15 a.m. on Thursday morning, still Wednesday night on Phoenix time, but I guess they didn't care. So, because I was on home time. So the only load I could find within 150 miles was that one out of Columbus, Nebraska. So I grabbed that, went to Canaan, Connecticut. But the good news is that next Monday, so I had to pay. I'll have to pay my 1 week of my truck payment and all that stuff. So, but that one load more than paid for 2 weeks of my truck payment. So I was already in the clear for the following Monday, once I deliver that load. So it'll all work out.
So let me back up to that too, and not yours but mine. So guys, we talked about it on the live last week, but no, we didn't. I actually talked about it somewhere else, but I lost a load last week on Monday that canceled on me. It was my usual load to get me to Orlando. That was going to get the load that was going to get me home. I lost that load. It cost me, when it's all said and done, it cost me about $800 by losing that load for the week. I also had my service done before I knew I was going to lose that load. So there's another $450 on the service. So I lost, what's that, 800 and 450? That's $1,250 last week. I still brought home, and this is just me by myself, no trainee, no nothing. I still brought home a $1,400 check by losing that money and still put almost $400, actually a little bit over $400 in my maintenance account. I call that a win all day long, even with the shit that went on last week. But I'll get off my little soapbox. Chris says, happy 4th of July. Same to you, buddy. Trace said, I hit my groove apparently. I took home $3,000 every week of June except one, but I was at home that week. I have my little system of running, and I've only been using a Swift fuel card. That's pretty good numbers. I usually do 4 to 5 take home when I have a trainee, and usually 25 to 3 when I'm by myself. It's pretty good numbers. Pretty good. We got Sean Rowe. Hi, James and guys. Happy 4th. It's like Aaron's trying to pop in. He might be in a bad location. Sean Rowe says, I have a question, guys. How is Kroger deliveries?
Kroger sucks.
Yeah, I wouldn't take any Kroger crap at all. Just my opinion. Any grocery warehouse except for Publix, Costco, and BJ's is 50-50, but all the others, stay away from them. Sounds almost like my first load you helped me with, James. Well, awesome, man. Is that that was the good load that Chris took that you're talking about? Timothy Thompson, hello, 4th. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it. You too. Preacher Man, happy 4th to you too, buddy. I must add that I'm running yep, you are running on an outside truck. That's right. Still good numbers, buddy. Because your truck payment's really cheap too, if I remember correctly. Oh, looks like the fireworks are starting. Okay. I'm hoping that you're talking about the fireworks outside. Hopefully. Trucking with T-Bone. What is it? Happy 250? Yep, absolutely. What about Home Goods? Home Goods are awesome. I actually did. That was one of my replacement loads that I did with the load that canceled.
It's actually what I'm running right now.
Home Goods are what they call double drops. What you do is when you get there, you drop your loaded trailer, go grab the empty trailer, pull it out of the wall, and then put your loaded trailer in. But it's super easy. I delivered mine 24 hours early. So if you can get there and they'll let you, they will take it early as long as they're done unloading.
Yeah, I tried that. Called earlier about this one I'm delivering out in Virginia, and they told me no early deliveries.
Sometimes yes, sometimes no, man. Francis says, yeah. Sean Rose says, thank you, James. No problem. Aaron, I don't know what you got going on, buddy. If you're still at that Indian restaurant, maybe that's what's interfering with your Wi-Fi. Maybe the gas is causing some problems. I don't know, man. The BJ's in Orlando, I think, wasn't. Yeah, BJ's aren't too horribly bad. By the way, tonight's sponsor, and I usually don't do a whole lot of sweets, but I gotta tell you guys, you ever see these little brownie crunch Wonder chocolate donuts? I got them at the Walmart here in Albany, Georgia, man. These little fuckers are. I gotta watch my language. I'm sorry, guys, but man, they are addictive and they are great. Man, I don't usually do a whole lot of that shit, but man, this stuff is good. Y'all got any sponsors? There you go. Might be messing up his Wi-Fi trying to steal his bank account credentials. There you are.
Yeah, my internet was having issues. I also bought a whole new streaming thing, and I had it connected into that. It refused to connect to my phone and internet. So,
you back, James?
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, I'm back.
The company keep calling you?
Yeah, I don't know who the hell that is on after hours. Where you at? Why you not picked up your load? Why this? Why that? I said, look. I said, I'm running out for recaps. I got till tomorrow night at midnight to pick it up. I'm in Decatur. Everything is fine.
Huh? Was that our terminal?
No, I don't know who it was. One of them. It sounded like one of them foreign sons of bitches that work Phoenix after hours on weekends.
All right. So what about your week there, Aaron? How's things going?
So far so good. By Tuesday, I'll have about $4,800 week. Give me another day if I so choose. I may just end up taking a 34. I'm running off my recaps right now, and not a big fan of it. But they didn't have anybody to take this load in, so they were like, "Hey, you're not you're in the area. You're not going home. We need you to do this for us." And I was like, "Okay, as long as it pays me well," and it paid pretty well. So I was like, "All right."
Just make sure you take a shower after eating all that Indian food, and make sure you drink a lot of milk or something to cover up that curry. What brings you over to our side of the country?
I'm delivering a load in Baltimore on Monday morning.
Wow.
Yeah, I guess for some reason, I mean, I asked the same question. I'm bringing big rolls of paper, and I was like, the place can't order rolls from a paper plant on the East Coast, and I guess not. They have to. This is specialty paper that they ordered. So,
hey, you know what? It keeps you in business, man. It's job security. Don't ask a lot of questions.
Oh, yeah.
It's job security, man. Isn't that right, James?
Yeah, they're getting crazy, man.
What about your week, James? How about yours?
Mine?
Yeah.
I ain't doing too bad. I've ran 2 Uber loads this week. I'm right at 28 myself. So this one here, this is the one I had the deadhead so far to get, because the one I had picking up coming to Georgia, they changed the delivery date on it, and they couldn't find me nothing else to bring me to Georgia to pick this one up going to Florida. So I had to deadhead 400 miles to get this one.
Gotcha.
So
Trey says he sees that Swift now has own local for owner operators. He's going to check it out. What account is that? Do you know, Trey? I hadn't seen that yet. I've seen a lot of other ones. I know Phoenix has one, and there's one up around Indianapolis too, but I haven't seen that one.
That's the only two I've seen is Phoenix and Indy.
I will say with this load though, it's been a load from hell. I've had 3 tires blow out on me since a couple days ago. 2 of them in Montana and just 1 of them this morning.
I got to tell you that I've done nothing since. Well, we stopped here at 7:00 last night. I have literally done nothing but sleep, and I literally just woke up about an hour before we did the show just to get a bite to eat and get prepared and started. I've slept. I needed to sleep, I guess.
Chris, what kind of truck did you get?
I got a 24 Kenworth.
Okay, that's what me and James have. How many miles?
I love me. Sitting at 331, 429.
That's not too
I
bad.
put about 2,000 on it.
That's
Not
exactly
bad.
what mileage is on mine.
It runs pretty well. I mean, you getting between 8 and I hit 11 at one point in time, but I was empty on miles per gallon.
What color is it?
Company Swift Blue.
Okay.
They have a lot of those.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna pre-warn you a little bit more, Aaron, than the other guys because you guys that have them already know. I'm starting to have a lot of pieces fall off of this truck, more and more every day. This shit gets so brittle, and they just literally fall off like crumbs off of a cookie or something. So be prepared if you're deciding to buy that truck. That things might. Well, you got yours brand spanking new, didn't you?
Yeah, I got mine brand new. I don't plan on buying it though. I'm gonna do the 4-year lease and then order what I actually want.
Yeah, because I got my bottom side bearings right there at the steps, just zip tied on from the previous person.
So is that a company truck or is it just happen to be blue?
It used to be a company truck.
Okay.
But other than that, like, the inside's immaculate. It's only missing the optimized idle panel in the back. So constantly I gotta run it, but I get to the terminal and get that fixed.
Well, and as hot as it is right now, the optimized idle don't mean shit. My truck's been running constantly since. Actually, it's been running constantly since probably Thursday. I mean, I haven't turned it off because it's so damn hot.
Like I told you Wednesday, I woke up drenched in sweat at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
And it's been running ever since then.
Yeah, mine, even with the run-ins, having issues keeping up with how hot it is over here on the East Coast.
Same here.
I had to move my window curtains to try to cool it down even more. I got the front and the back running.
Yeah, I actually deployed. I'm gonna say deployed. I actually deployed my front curtains because it was so damn hot. And I never shut the curtains on the truck. Trey says they say Dallas, Houston, and St. Louis for intermodal. The social media page just advertised. Okay.
Uh-oh, Chris will be going to the St. Louis.
I know they got they advertised for a home daily out of St. Louis last week for owner ops. Is that the intermodal one or is it a different?
I don't know exactly why I didn't get a Kenworth. Yep, I know. So let me see what this is. My buddy Country just get me a solid here. Somebody's using my video on TikTok. Let's see what we got.
Oh yeah, I was going to bring that up with you. I saw it earlier today.
A lot of new changes on the inside that they did a little bit differently this year. So one thing that I wish that Kenworth had is a shut-off switch. The Freightliners, cars. All right, my friends, here in the Greer That's funny. Michelle gave me the keys to a brand new 27. That is so funny that somebody's using. No problem. Going for the Bronco into this, I'm already more comfortable. That's funny. I don't even know who this guy is. All you can Vegas. All right, let me get to the comments. Sorry, guys. I get sidetracked when something else comes up like that. Any news about the fly wrap, buddy? I haven't had a chance to even. I'm going to wait and get all those printed out when the new truck comes in. I'm going to have it all done at the same time. So probably before the end of the year. Because I got to go to Chicago to have all that stuff done, tell them what I want. It's just about timing more than anything. I've been trying to stay cool in the areas to keep the idling down. Yeah, me too. I'm definitely buying an APU for the new truck. I've already determined that. I've already started putting some money away for it, so it's going to happen. Terry B says, I always see that plastic piece around the fuel cap. Yep, I've got one on both sides. Just did a battery swap, I guess. Well, the pieces falling off the Kenworth, I hope. Jerry B says, I always see that plastic piece around the fuel cap on the Kenworth missing on the body. Never had that on. No, they never had that on the old body style. I still think Michael Shepard might be the winner out of all this. He got his 22 Kenworth. It's either 21 or 22. It's an older body style. It only had like 150,000 on it. And it's an owner-operator spec truck. I think he won at that deal. Francis says, it's even worth doing decals on a company spec truck that I'm not keeping, even though it'll be 3 years. I mean, it's up to you. Decals on mine in February and turning the truck in September. So I'll be doing it all over again.
Your mic keeps coming in and out.
Mine?
Yeah.
Do you all hear it too, JC?
Yeah, it goes in and out, but I can hear you.
My mic goes in and out. Okay, that's interesting. Sevy Solutions, good evening. Happy 4th, fellas. Consider making the move over. I'm looking to average 28 to 3 net after all deductions. Is this possible on percentage side? We talk about it every week. It's very possible on the percentage side. Absolutely.
No matter what side of the country you're on, too. I mean, a little bit easier out here on the East Coast, but you can do it out there on the West Coast, too.
Sebby Solutions, my number's down at the bottom. Give me a ring, and I'll tell you all the good, the bad, and the ugly, and everything. So Francis says I'm cutting in and out. I don't know why this. Let's just change this microphone over here. Let's see if this helps.
I think it's when you lean back, then it's not as loud.
Well, we're going to try something here a little bit different. Don't know if it's going to work, but we're going to try it and see. Can y'all hear me okay now with the microphone?
Yep.
Yeah.
I can get the bitch to stay here. It seems like it wants to keep falling. God damn it. There we go. Maybe that'll work. Hopefully my foot doesn't kick it before it falls off. All right. Is that better?
So far.
Mikey Jones, happy 4th. Stay safe. Same to you, buddy. Speaking of which, I think it might be time to freshen up on a Coke. Everybody have a Coke and a smile.
That's bad for you. You shouldn't be doing coke driving a truck.
Why? Oh, yeah, I hear you, man. Well, I'm not driving right now, so I'm good. I can just do as many lines as I want. Oh, man.
Aaron, you're coming over here to Maryland, aren't you?
Maryland, Baltimore. I don't know, the shipper doesn't say that I can't park there. I mean, not the shipper, the customer doesn't say I can't park there, but I don't know if I really want to park in the middle of Baltimore on a Sunday night kind of thing. So I may end up stopping a little bit outside of it. I mean, I already got my next load too. I'm just shooting up to York and then going down to Fredericksburg. So.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'm sitting over here in Jessup, right outside of Baltimore. When I was over here earlier this week for that New Jersey run, they got the World Cup out here, so it's kind of a little hectic.
Yeah, well, and that's kind of the reason why I was like, I don't really know if I want to drive all the way into Baltimore and park in Baltimore.
Jessup, when I got here around 1 o'clock, it was already like pretty much packed. I barely found a spot.
I'm thinking that I'm probably going to end up. I mean, a lot of people don't like doing it, but I know that rest area right before you get into Baltimore fills up pretty quick too from previous experiences driving out here. I may just end up parking in the way station as soon as I get into Maryland and just stay there.
I'm trying to think of which one you're talking about.
The one coming off of the 70.
You could always take the big TA there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that one was packed earlier when I came through.
Yeah. Yeah, because I'm coming up through Pennsylvania. I mean, I stopped super early today here in Ohio. And then, of course, driver manager called me, told me do not run until after 5 a.m. So I'll be sitting here till 5 a.m. and then get up and move.
Yeah, because they're trying to keep everybody off the road.
Yeah,
stuff
for all the drunk drivers. Yeah.
So I got up early this morning and got all where I was.
Oh, that's what I did too. I was up in Wisconsin, got up a little after 3, made it through Chicago. I actually went in the downtown Chicago too and had 0 issues. So
Michael Pierre, truck should be here sometime around September is what we're thinking.
By the time I order my new one.
They actually let me do it about a month early, which was awesome.
You got Jenny's number?
I did it straight through Michelle. You want to talk to Michelle to do it.
Yeah.
Next time you're in, and I wouldn't when's your September? I would go in around 1st of August. Talk to Michelle. Go ahead and get your order in. Okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine, Sebi Solutions. Call me after the live. We can talk. All right, guys. Y'all have anything y'all want to bring up or talk about?
What's the deal with this percentage going to 60% on everything? And I'm not running Florida, so don't give me that. I mean,
they got to make their money somehow. I mean, if the load's not paying, they're not going to give you the full. I mean, it even says that in the contract. I actually got in an argument with a guy the other day. He goes, I've been seeing nothing but a whole bunch of 55 or 60, 65% loads, and it's really pissing me off, and I may just leave. And I'm like, okay, well, if you read your contract, it says that it can fluctuate.
right.
And whatnot, and they're going to make their money. Swift's not going to give you the full amount of money, and then they take less, kind of thing.
So, James, basically, in so many words, fuel prices are really taking a drastic drop. We know that. Because of that, Swift has to adjust the prices because they figured that. Because you're always about 2 to 3 weeks behind when it comes to fuel and everything catching up, the fuel surcharge, all that crap. That's why your percentages are going down. Now, with that being said, like I said at the beginning of the video, and we touched on this, and I think you were gone at the time, and that's why you didn't hear it. But the thing is, if the load tells you it pays you $1,500 for 500 miles, and it pays you 45%, would you take that load? Huh? No? You wouldn't take a $3 a mile load? 1,500 miles? Who cares what the percentage is?
Making money.
Think about it.
I'm going to leave and I'm going to go to the Hurricane.
Yeah, go to Hurricane.
No.
Think about that, though. Why would you not take a $3 a mile load? I mean, seriously.
I would.
Okay, well, I mean, you just said you wouldn't at 45%. You're looking at the wrong number. Don't look at the percentage. Who cares about the percentage? I don't care if it's 1%. If it's a $3 a mile load, I'm going to take it.
As long as it meets your minimum. I mean, that next load I'm taking from York to Fredericksburg, it's only paying a little over $500, but it's 150 miles for a little over $500.
Right.
So
So I am not getting a green APU. I'm going to get the same one that Nick is getting. I don't remember the name of it off the top of my head. I really don't remember, Michael. They made him a super good deal. Let me see if I can pull it up here, and that way you'll know. Give me a second here. Anybody remember the name of the APU we're getting?
No, I know he was telling me it's electric.
No, it's not electric.
No?
It's a diesel. Yeah.
He's not going with the big names, Carrier or Thermo King?
No. Oh, hell. What is the name of that APU? Here it is. EcoFleet. EcoFleet is the name of the one we're getting.
That's what Chris Popolo just put in the comments, was EcoFleet.
Oh, did he? Okay. Chris got it. Okay. We're going with that one for several reasons. The price was right. The BTUs were literally quite a bit more than what the green or any of the others. I think the BTUs were something like 21,000. Don't quote me on that, but we did a lot of research on that while we were out at the truck show. The BTUs, which is your cooling part of it, was much more. The price was, I mean, literally like $4,000 cheaper than what the green APU was. And the condenser is built into the box itself on the outside. They don't have to put the condenser on the back of the trucks like they do most. You see the fan condenser on the back. We didn't have to do that on that. Why would owner-operator have a manager and one that tells them when and how to run their own equipment when you You've made some comments before in the past, and I know you're just trying to figure out. I've literally talked to my guy maybe 4 times this month. We still have the opportunity to use them if we want to, and they're not telling us where to go. I don't know who you're talking to or where that's coming from, but that's not the truth at all.
I think he was talking.
This guy hates Swift. He's always on Aaron's videos.
I know.
I think he was talking about the being told when you can drive thing. And my driver leader, she leaves me alone. The only reason why she reached out to me is because this is a Swift company policy because of the 4th and because of trying to keep everybody safe. I mean, I've heard mixed about that though on the Facebook group. There's some people are like, I don't care, we're going to drive because we were never told. And then there's quite a few of us that were like, hey, we've been told, don't drive until after 5 a.m. So
they sent something out.
I've not gotten that message. I've not gotten that message.
No.
I've got a message about 4th of July, but not to drive.
Yeah. She reached out to me personally and goes, hey, do not drive between 9 p.m. and 5 a.m. You can leave after 5 a.m. On the 5th, but don't drive in between this time. This is Swift's policy. They're making it where nobody gets hit by drunk drivers or anything else. And I was like, okay. I mean, and that's it comes down to, I get to do what I want to do and go where I want to go and drive when I want to drive. But if Swift is making a safety policy, I'm hauling Swift's equipment and load. So I got to follow what Swift says, kind of thing.
I swear 55 here, 60 there. Yeah, exactly. Ryder price, to be fair, we do pull their trailer, yeah. Make sure it's over $2 a mile with the deadhead. EcoFleet, that's right. Jeremy Cridge, why would you get an APU for your truck you're renting? Comfort, enjoyability, and Jeremy, not all of us have the opportunity to own our own truck and do our own things. So, our hope is to eventually buy the truck. You can laugh at it about it all you want to, but I don't consider it renting. But you can whatever you want to, and it's all good. And again, this channel isn't for you guys from the outside, honestly. I mean, you guys can come in and listen and talk and make comments, and I'm not mad or anything, but this is for the Swift guys more than anything. And I know you were responding to Aaron. I got you. We were told the same thing when I was there, but I was a company driver. You're not. Well, once again, dude, They've never told me anything like that, and I've done my thing. I've gotten a message advising me not to drive on the 4.2, but I didn't take anything. Yeah, same here, man. I would, if I wasn't doing a 34, I'd be driving right now. It's just the way my loads worked out, I decided to. I have to roll out about 3 a.m. to make on-time delivery. Balloon is $60K. Okay. I never asked you what the balloon was. I mean, dude, I know what the balloon is. The balloon on my truck that I'm driving right now is a lot more than $60K.
So is mine.
So is mine, but
Did you ask him to borrow that or what?
so is mine. But I mean, Swift will put you back in another 2-year lease, get your balloon payment down, and then where it's affordable and manageable, and then there you go. Then you can pay off the truck. Or you can do, as they consider as Prime would consider, instead of a lease to purchase, just a lease truck. You can do like what Fly Rabbit did, or like I plan on doing at the end of the lease, just turning in the truck and ordering something that you actually want.
Yep.
And that's exactly the way to put it. Just like how Prime does, how you get in and you lease a truck for a little bit, then you go and order a truck. It's like the sitting duck policy, which was something I was always did anyways. I never sit on the shoulder for a break. Swift is telling people to be safe. Yep. What's going on, Chris? How are you, buddy? Hope things are well. So anybody got any big plans coming up with anything? Any big loads, anything, big news, anything?
I'm just going to try to get back towards the West Coast by August. I might be taking a week off in August. My birthday's then, and then my son's birthday is like 5 days before mine. So I'm going to try to get there, spend his birthday with him, and then have my birthday too.
When's your birthday?
The 9th.
Mine's the 20th.
Well, okay.
Oh, well, still on vacation. Enjoy your vacation, brother. Enjoy it. At the end of the day, DOT doesn't care if you're a company driver, owner, operator. You can be screwed if somebody hits you because you're on the shoulder for a break. Absolutely. I can't say that I've never done it. I have done it before, but here in the last 2 to 3 years, I've kind of changed my ways on that. Because all these accidents that are happening, I mean, you got these dumbass non-domiciled CDL drivers and all these people that are hitting everything, and I just quit doing it. It wasn't worth it to me.
How many months before our lease is up can we order a new one?
They usually about 3 months in, they'll call you. But if you go in and sweet talk Michelle, she'll let you do it, a little bit early, about a month early. When's yours up?
Not till March. I was hoping I could order a new one in November, but I don't know if she'll let me.
You can try. Why do people who don't like Swift? Exactly. This is for Swift guys. It's absolutely for Swift guys. But, I don't mind people watching, but just don't put up stupid freaking comments. Trey says because you don't want Swift telling you what to do with your equipment. Problem with the long vacation is you don't want to go back. I'm really thinking hard about that retirement notice. I hear you, man. And honestly, Chris, these guys here might disagree with me, but ever since I started driving a truck and really hitting it like OTR like this, I feel like I'm on vacation all the time because I'm in a different place. Even though it's work, sometimes some days are better than others, but I still enjoy what I do. Really, the only thing that sucks about this job is, and it's just like law enforcement, the fucking shippers and receivers, they don't like you. They don't care for you. For the most part, most people at Swift do, but there are some negative Nancys that are at Swift. And, you're away from your family. Those are the biggest downfalls. Other than that, the job's great. I think most of the guys in here will agree with that.
Get paid to travel.
Oh, yeah.
James, is he on the street or what is his role?
He's a deputy sheriff in Pinellas County, which is basically St. Petersburg, Clearwater area.
Yeah, he's on the street though. They don't do like jail and all that. Okay.
No, he's a street officer.
Man, why would you want to come drive a truck when you can have so much fun doing that?
He's got 25 years old. He's ready to retire.
Oh,
You get tired of it. I got a buddy that from another company who I talk to almost every day. He's at home right now, but he's retired, or he left the force in New York City. He was NYPD, and now he lives in Vegas, and he drives a truck and has been driving truck, and he loves it.
Even ex-military guys come out and drive truck.
Mm-hmm.
So Francis says, big news, almost died, was changing the brakes and rotors on my lift slipped out. Luckily, I had the tire also popping it up. Wow, when did this happen? That's interesting. JM, how swift for flatbed? You know, that's a really good question. I don't know that answer. I can tell you the guys that do Swift flatbed are drivers that have been here for a long time, so they must be doing something right. But I can't really report too much on it. The Swift flatbed is kind of a big secret. I don't really know why it is, because I tried to go get a video of one of the flatbed trucks, and Michelle said absolutely not. They have to have experience. We don't want to show those trucks. I'm like, why? I'm like, well, I just took her word for it and just went on. But I don't know that answer, to be honest with you, JM.
There's a couple here on YouTube. If you want to look him up, he's flatbed driver and he's a lease op for Swift. You could probably get the majority of your questions on that answered by him.
Chris giving the thumbs up. My only gripe with Swift would be the inaccurate weights on bills and inaccurate pickup times, like he load and say strict appointment. You find out, yeah, exactly. They don't. So they always tell you to deliver, at the appointment time. Well, that's not always true. And I get guys calling me constantly. Can I deliver this early? Can I deliver? Always deliver it early if you can, if they'll allow you to. Other than Walmart, Target, some of the big box stores, you can't do it. But the other ones, absolutely. Always try to deliver it early. Always.
Unless it says otherwise.
Oh, he is a jailbird.
Oh, okay. Well, I can see why then truck driving would be a lot more fun than that.
Yeah. Yeah, I've kind of, honestly, Joe, or Trey, I've kind of gotten used to not even really looking at that because it's never right. It'll say that you're going to haul 9,000 pounds and you get there and it's 44,009. Happens all.
Or you get a load like this. My next one's going to CVS, and it's the exact same building, but they have one appointment. They have stop 1 at 6:30 in the morning and stop 2 at 9:30 in the morning. And I'm like, okay, well, which one is it? The exact same building. Which one is it?
So the load that I picked up yesterday said I had till 1300 to pick it up in Jacksonville, and I got it picked up right at noon. But the delivery time in Albany, Georgia, 400 miles away, was 1300. I called in and talked to the planner, and I told him, I said, this doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Just to let you know, I'm hoping that this place will be open, And we looked it up, and they're open until 9 o'clock. So as long as you get there before 9, they should take it. I'm like, good, because he's like, I don't know why the planners put that time in there like that. I agree. It should have been picked up, 9 o'clock this morning if you wanted there, 1 o'clock or even earlier than that. Chris says he realized long ago I could work in the AC and not have court days and still make the same money, so I stayed. Oh, never really thought about it. I forgot they pay you guys the same, don't they? A lot of agencies don't. So that happened earlier today. But we're glad you're okay, man. JM, I talked to Michelle. From what I see, they run specific lanes instead of traditional OTR. Yeah, he's right. You need to talk to Michelle. There's certain areas that they hire out of, and most of the stuff you're going to be doing is basically like Laredo, Texas to North Carolina, and some in the Midwest. There's certain lanes that they have, but it's mostly the Sprinter van stuff that they do with Chrysler. LB the trucker. If you had to choose between Swift and Landstar for dry van too, well, that would be easy for me because I'm not a Landstar fan. And honestly, I don't mean to give Landstar any discredit or anything. I don't really know a whole lot about them. I've got friends that work over there, but I just I prefer here because I've never been cheated. And I'm not saying that Landstar will ever cheat you any money. I'm not saying that. I just was familiar with Swift's system and decided to come here. There's a lot of things that go to Landstar too. A lot of things that you have to pay that you don't have to pay here. You got to have your own truck. So I don't know. I can't answer that question. That's more about you. What do you guys think?
If you live out on the West Coast like I do, Swift, if you're going to choose between the two, because Landstar doesn't have a big presence out there. I mean, yes, you do see them out there, but they don't have as big of a presence out West Coast like Swift does.
We're going to piss some of the Landstar guys off by saying shit like that. Somebody will come in and prove us wrong. But that's
the only thing that would be fun about Landstar is they do the concert tours, stuff like that, right?
Yeah. Roger Berry's in the house. Happy 4th. Hey, happy 4th to you too, bud.
I've seen more of the Mercer out on the West Coast than Landstar, company that Country works for.
Yeah, I know he does a lot of West Coast stuff. Swift does a lot of heavy lifting. You have margin for error as Swift as long as you keep the door shut and you do not have a limit, of course. Yeah. Agree totally. Are you guys against Landstar? If so, why? No, nobody's against Landstar. I'm not. I just wasn't for me. You got to look at all the numbers, my friend. I don't know if you talked to a Landstar person or not, but there's a lot of things. I mean, there's at least $500 to $1,000 worth of stuff that they have to pay that we don't, and that's why our numbers are. To me, I think in the long run, you put our paychecks next to their paychecks, doing the exact same amount of work. I think we're going to win, honestly, when it comes to bring home money.
That's the same thing with Prime.
Mm-hmm. I've got at least 3 guys that I know of that have came over from Landstar. And same thing, I got more than that from Prime. I got at least 9 or 10 guys that have came over from Prime. So, no, it's not that anybody's, being negative. It's just, I'm just giving facts. Recommending CDL school. I'm thinking of doing one local. To me, that seems decent. So, Chris, I'm going to tell you, and again, you're going to have to do some research on this, but go to your local unemployment office. There might be a grant that will pay for it 100%. You just got to look into it hard. Some states have it. I don't remember if Florida does or not because I didn't get mine in Florida. You know anything about that, James? You're from Florida.
I didn't get mine in Florida.
Okay.
Tell them to call the restaurant Aaron ate at. They could probably get him one.
To where?
The restaurant Aaron ate at. That was hacking his Wi-Fi.
Yeah. Chris, there's got to be a way to get it paid for. You just got to dig deep. If not, there's schools you can go to that you can have it financed.
Swift being one of them. I mean, yeah, you'd have to sign a 1-year contract, but
that's an idea for you too to go through one because Swift has their academies too, and I'm sure they have some in Florida.
But
And
last I heard, Swift wasn't taking no.
Swift wasn't taking what?
Swift's not taking no new drivers, no students or drivers out of Florida.
That's not true. All the way down to Tampa and Orlando, they will.
Really?
Anything south of that, they won't. Tampa, Orlando's kind of the cutoff. And it's always been that way.
Right.
I say always. It's been that way for at least 2 years. The only reason they brought me back is because I'd been here before. Because I actually lived below that Orlando mark.
Well, and I said that because my son tried to wanted to go to school for him, and they told him that they're not taking those students out of Florida at all.
Well, that's news to me. Chris, if you run into that, call me. Trey says, not against Landstar, just saying Swift makes it really easy and didn't see much of a difference in pay between the two. I just looked at the odds. Odds are I'd just be doing dry van at Landstar. Yep. So I figured I'd go to Swift because it's easier and I'm familiar having worked at the company side. Exactly. That's exactly what I thought too. Even with my truck when I was looking at stuff, I thought it would be much easier just to slide back into here. I say go to a state that has it and just transfer it. Okay. Go to California, they give CDLs out like candy. Not anymore. All that shit's been shut down. LB says, having worked for both until my own authority, the fixed expenses are much lower at Landstar. If you were talking numbers, $359 or weekly expenses on. That's not true at all. If you own your own truck, your weekly expenses over here are like $75, brother. I don't even know where you got that info. Your fixed costs are a lot less over here, brother. I know Swift does the 1 year commit. Yes, that's right. Closest Swift school to me is in Georgia. They've got several of them they'll pay for. I think Roadmaster there in Tampa, I think, is one of them. It's not that it's their school, but you can just submit the paperwork and they'll pay for it. I think. So I'm curious why Swift's the better option, not trolling, looking for. I mean, we just gave you all the answers, my friend. I don't know what you're looking for other than what we just told you. I mean, if you've been here before, you know how easy it is to do stuff here. I mean, am I missing something here? I mean,
he said he's worked at both. So where does he work now?
I know. He's got his own authority now, he said.
It looks like he's got a Swift truck in his picture.
It does a little bit, don't it? Yeah, that's all I did my 16 years ago in West Virginia through the unemployment office. Great. So here you go. This guy here even says the same thing too, but he was in West Virginia. There are ways to do that. You're just going to have to kind of Google search it, maybe call the unemployment office and ask them about it. All right, who did we lose? James?
Yeah.
Yep.
Swift trucks governed for lease. Yes, 70 on the pedal and 68 on cruise. I just looked it up, and yes, they do offer grants in Florida to get commercial driver's license. Thanks, Terry. Did you catch that, Chris? My expenses here on outside truck is not even $200. LB, to each its own. Is that hard to accept? Yeah, exactly. Trey, you've been doing it back here for over a year now, haven't you? Maybe a little bit more than a year. Leatherman says, happy 4th. Thank you, buddy. We appreciate it. Same to you. Where's our boy Alan at? He said he was going to pop in. Pretty much a year. Okay, so you've been here pretty much a year. That's what I thought. Because you started just literally right after I came back, I believe. I got, let's see, July. I've been here a year and 3 months. And A lot of my competition and my haters that were on YouTube said I wouldn't last 3 months back. My annual inspection is due soon. Yeah, I think mine's coming up too, but I'm going to try and not have to worry about getting it with the new truck coming in. I'm going to wait and see. Actually, you know what? No, mine's probably due around October because that's when I got my truck. Angie Lederman, go Tennessee. Your boy Alan will be in here in a bit. Angie, is that a picture of you? It almost looks kind of scary looking in a roundabout way. Don't you guys agree? Look like you could possibly be a hitman or take somebody out. Anybody?
I can't even see the picture. It's small.
I don't think the terminal would do the inspection for an outside truck. Yeah, they will. They did mine when I had it.
I mean, even if they didn't, there's Loves. Loves will do it. So
Was supposed to join Swift in March of 2025, but some things delayed it to July 2025. So I gotta be honest with you, Trey. If I was you, I'd take your truck and get it inspected at Love's. I don't know if I would want Swift to look at your truck very hard. I think they would try to find reasons for not to approve it, if you know what I mean. Just my opinion. I could be wrong. Come on, guys, make some comments up here. We got 42 people in the house. Anybody want to talk about anything? I can't be the only one talking. Any of you three losers want to talk about anything? Trey says, I was thinking about Love's because they work on internationals, but I found out the terminals do them too. Everyone looks asleep. I slept for 20 hours, so I'm actually pretty good. I'm gonna have a hard time sleeping tonight.
What kind of truck does Trey have?
He's got a 21 International. You know, Angie, I'm gonna text him right now and tell him to get his ass on here. Where you at, Alan?
You still have that 2027 trailer you were pulling?
Oh no, that got dropped off right away.
I mean, this isn't for a Swift thing, for Swift at least. CR England runs out of Florida, correct?
Yeah.
I was going to say he can. The gentleman who's looking for school, CR England offers schools as well, and it's the same thing as Swift. From a couple of the guys I've talked to, you got to sign a 1-year contract.
He doesn't want to go to CR England.
Yeah.
He wants to come to Swift. So Angie, I just texted him. Let's see if he comes in.
I went through Mass for my CDO, and I had to do a 100,000-mile contract. They say it takes like a year and a half, but I was done in less than a year.
That it's actually funny for me. That's one of the things that Addison and I kind of joked about when I came on. I got my CDL here at Swift, signed that 1-year contract, and literally 3 months later, I pieced out and went to night. Swift came after me for the money, and then I filed bankruptcy. And obviously Swift could see that. So it was one of those things that me and Addison is just like Michelle, recruiter out in the West Coast. We laughed about it when I was coming back on.
Rider for Christ says Trey. Trey, not hard to accept. Thanks for the information. Just always felt like Swift was a bit different. Freedom has always been the name of the game. So you know what, and that's the old myth that everybody's familiar with. Just to be honest with you, since they started this percentage board, you don't have any restrictions on anything. It's like running at Landstar or any other company. They don't restrict you to hardly anything. They have the same things that Landstar does. The sit and duck policy, certain things like that, but it's just easier over here. So Angie, he's going to be on here in just a few minutes. So you'll finally get to meet him. Fry Tater says, hey. Yeah, 21 International came from J.B. Hunt.
Is it one of the small ones? Is it one of the small little coffin ones, or is it the full size?
He got a full-size truck. Didn't you get a double bunker, Trey? How long does it take to switch the percentage? I mean, you can switch. You can come on board percentage at any time. But Timothy, you're already here. You should just make a phone call, and it should be pretty much instant within a few hours. I work for Melton. I have 1 year flatbed and step deck experience. Should I go lease owner op, or should I get into RGN? ATS has an RGN division. I'll tell you, you can go back and watch Life of KO. He's another YouTuber. Wait a minute, he wasn't at Melton. I don't know anything about Melton. I apologize. Oh, ATS. So he was at ATS for a few months, and he had a lot of issues with ATS. You might want to go back and check out his videos from. God, it's probably been close to a year ago now when he was there, but go back and check out his. And again, I can't really comment too much on the Swift's owner op side of the flatbed division. I really don't know. But what I can tell you, like I said, the guys that are doing it, and it's very, very few. I don't think they have, but maybe a couple hundred that are doing it, if that. But they have all been doing it for a long time there, so they're happy with something that they do. I just don't know.
He can go watch that kid out of Laredo that is flatbedder, and he puts every week. He puts what his weekly gross is and all that stuff.
That's him and the girl, right?
Checks. Yeah, Ying-a-Lang or Yang-a-Lang. Like
Yang-a-Lang, yeah. I just pulled him up. He's supposedly, he just did a video 2 days ago, but he covers everything. He covers. He would probably be able to answer your questions on the flatbed.
He has a 27 Kenworth, so they're he's making pretty good money.
I mean, yeah, and he's had that truck. He said for I thought it was a 26 Kenworth he had. I don't know. I know one of the videos I watched, he already put 190,000 miles on the truck.
Wow.
Yeah. So
27.
I don't know if it's I think it may be a 26. I thought he had a 26.
Wow. So Jeremiah says, "Hey, how good are the mechanics? I just want to make sure my equipment is truly being serviced." If you're talking about the Swift terminals, I mean, I just, honestly, here lately, it's hit or miss. I've had good experiences at the terminals. I've had good experiences at Love's and vice versa. There's bad ones too. I mean, at Love's, they forgot to put my oil cap on the last service, and oil went everywhere, and I didn't notice it until, so I opened the hood and did my pre-trip the next day. I put a pain in the ass. I can honestly tell you, I've never really had any bad experiences at the Swift terminals. I'm very specific, though. If I'm going to get a service done, I'm going to try and do it in Memphis just because it's quick. A lot of the terminals are if you want to get a service done, they're 2 weeks behind. Have you guys experienced good or bad? Yeah,
I mean, I had one on the West Coast, the Sumner yard. They're backed up big time. And then they're one of the only terminals that have the super short day where they come in, they open up at 7, and then they leave by 3 for their shop. So, I mean, I've had that. The best terminal I've been out of the two have been the one there in Lewiston, the terminal I'm based out of, and then the West Valley. Now, that Lewiston one is another one of those that closes really early. The last mechanic leaves at like 4 o'clock in the afternoon. The West Valley has the new hours. They're 7 days a week, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. So
Yeah, Decatur's like that.
So Trey, LBT was looking for a healthy discussion. Why you got to get confrontational on the guy? I don't think he was actually getting confrontational. He was just answering, giving you facts. Man, everybody's feelings are getting hurt today. Is that part of the 250th birthday of the United States of America? Sean Rowe, well, guys, have a happy 4th. Heading to my family cookout. Stay safe. Hey, Sean, glad to have you in, bud. Nobody's getting confrontational. If anybody was getting confrontational, I would have already booted them off. I promise you. I have no problem with booting people off here, and the people that know that have been booted off, they know. When I'm ready to go home, do I put in a home time request or just find something going to Florida? Technically, you put in a home time request, but at the same time, you are an owner-operator. They're not going to get mad at you if you go to Florida.
You just got to set your PTA correctly.
Yeah, they just want to know that you're going home. That's it, more than anything. Try to stay away from any contracts. I don't want to be held to anyone if you want to move on. So if you don't want any contracts, then obviously look for that grant because it's a non-paid. But unfortunately, you're going to get a contract unless you just pay for it up front. Anywhere you go to, you're always going to have a contract. Everybody, it's just like a professional athlete. They want to hold you through your contract. I'm wondering when International's going to redesign their trucks, lazy brand. Yeah, I don't know, man. International's a bad topic for me. Are we talking LP? Lease purchase. That's what we were talking about was lease purchase, yeah. Could you go to a different terminal for the school and then set your terminal back for the 1 year? Guys, terminals mean absolutely nothing when it comes to school, to where you're at, nothing. Where you live. I mean, shoot, I've said it many times. I'm in Florida and I'm out of Detroit.
I am too.
I still got to get switched out there.
I'm out of Detroit.
Does Swift have dedicated routes that would allow you to be home every other day? Certain areas. I mean, it depends on where you live. There's all kinds of stuff that's posted on Swift page about that. It just depends. Will his wife get jealous because we are talking? Probably, but I didn't realize you guys would be talking in that kind of way. Man, I bet he would like to know he's got a real good fan on here. Will his wife get jealous because we are talking? If you're just talking on here, I don't think she'll get jealous, but who knows? You talk like that, Alan might not want to talk to you. He's very Christian. Rider for Christ, no confrontation, just a question. Like James said, we're just giving an explanation why we picked Swift over Landstar. And his truck is a full size, so he's got a double sleeper. Same explanation more than once. Fry Tater. Hey, Rabbit, I did see the PP thing and physical on Monday, just waiting now. That's awesome, dude. Congratulations, bud. I've been through a few different lease purchases, and I'm going to say Swift has the best program, overall only program that gives full freedom and allows you to feel like you're a true owner. I've said that many a times, and I agree with you 1,000% on that, Dion. Absolutely agree with that. By the way, I'm glad you're coming back on, Dion. We really missed you. We just didn't like you the way you were. I'm glad you're back. Isn't that right, JC?
As long as nobody fuels wrong, we're good.
So, Trey, the LT is a double bump. So there are some mid-roofs that are LTs also. I know a guy that had one. P90 says, "What's up? What's up, buddy?" And you got your truck in the Avatar. By the way, P90's truck in the Avatar is the one that I did the video on, the red Peterbilt. So y'all know, beautiful truck. And I drove it before you did. Just kidding. I literally drove it 10 feet. They'll be the truckers, so you don't have to build relationships with agents, and that's what the percentage for you all. Buddy, we have contracts, Freight. We don't deal with, agents. The only agent we have is our driver leader. You don't really talk to them. It's a click and go situation, kind of like JB Hunter Snyder. You find the load you want, you click on it and accept it, and you take it. West Valley is actually open until 2300 on weekdays. Okay.
They're my favorite shop to go to, so West Valley.
LB, now you get a load board and book and go. Nope. Yeah, that's exactly right. Also, what's the weekly gross out there for you all? Is maintenance and escrow or still a thing? We do have a maintenance. It's up to you. They make you do at least 3 cents, and it's kind of what you want. I do 20 cents. Weekly gross, it just depends on where you run. That's just kind of we tell you guys all the time what we're doing. I average about 2,500 a week to 3,000 when I'm solo, and if I'm training, bump that up to, 4,000 to 5,000. It just depends. Would you guys agree, or is it pretty similar?
Yeah, that's about right.
I don't know a whole lot. I did that one load and I grossed that 26 and brought home almost 16. So,
well, one good thing is you can, if you look at the load board and look at different places, you can kind of get familiar with the loads that are always on there, and then you can put 3-4 loads together that are low miles and high pay. So you just gotta keep looking at different places.
So Shannon, the link to the live is going to be in the chat, the group chat that we have. Just join that live with the chat. That's why I send it out through the chat now. It's so much easier. I don't have to send 15 different links. I just do it through the chat.
It all depends on where you're at too. That first week I came out, I made a little bit more than I did on the cent per mile, but I also only drove in 3 states, and that's it. So it all depends on where you are at in the country of how much money you're going to make. Obviously, seeing how I'm out here on the East Coast now, I've been looking at the load board for all these East Coast stuff, and there's a lot more loads out here than there are out west.
Yep. That's what I was telling James earlier. I'm trying to find something for tomorrow because I'm going to deliver this in the morning, and everything's looking like Monday pickups.
Yeah.
So Michael Pierre says, you got shades on, bro. What time is it? Where you at? So let me explain something to you about that, Mike. JC, if you haven't figured it out yet, those aren't shades. That's his actual face. Those shades that he has on there, they're actually painted on his head. He's always got shades on. Always. Just joking. JC always wears the shades.
I got bright blue eyes. They're sensitive to light. So
yeah,
it doesn't matter what time it is.
Mine are sensitive too, buddy. LB Trucker says, why do they need to know that you're going home? Again, these are just, you're making this into a confrontational thing, and it doesn't need to be. They don't need to know you anything. It's just they like to know because.
Well, James, they would like to know if you're going home, mainly because you have a lot of times you have their trailer, so they want to know where their trailer is. I would say, but that thing on the app, the home time request or whatever, that's only good for 5 days out. If if you're taking a load that goes by your house and it's within a couple days or tomorrow or whatever, they don't care. Like Aaron said, as long as your PTA is set correctly, they don't care. But I'm sure it's probably has to do with they want to know where their trailer's sitting.
They want to know where their trailer's sit, at least because I've asked this when I first came on. I was like, well, why do I need to tell you I'm going home for a quick 34? One of the reasons is because of they want to know where their trailer is, even though they can track the trailer. But the planners and the planner that I talked to, he goes, it's not really our. We should probably look at it a little bit better. But he goes, if you're a truck in the area and they have a load that needs to go like right now, and you haven't set your PTA to a correct to where when you want to actually run, they'll just automatically throw the load right on you. The planner doesn't check. They just see a truck's in the area, and even on the load percentage, like this load I currently have was given to me by a planner. It wasn't.
That's exactly right. And what I'm going to tell you, the home time request thing is more for how it used to be. Since they've got the percentage board, it doesn't matter anymore because you're running your own freight. Back in the day when we ran our dollar rate, yes. But the good thing about it is, just like Aaron said, I'm sitting here in Albany, Georgia. I've got a load that I'm picking up tomorrow. But one of the planners that happened to be working today, she sent me an offer, basically connected me to get me back up to Detroit when I go to Indiana. And it pays me almost $4 a mile. And I took it, obviously. And I didn't have to pull it off the load board. So there's a lot of reasons to that. And like I said, I don't think the home time request really means anything anymore. Does that make sense to you guys too?
A little bit that, and I was told the planners, if and this especially goes for the cent per mile guys, the planners, when you get close, like JC was saying, when you get 5 days to your home time, but the planner told me you're there when they look up your truck, your whole profile turns like this red, letting them know that, hey, we need to get this driver home, kind of thing.
And anytime I've done that home time, I've never gotten a message back saying, no, you can't go home.
Yeah.
So what difference does it make?
So Trey says, been here a year and Swift haven't called me for a random, must not have any camera events. So ever since I got the camera put back into the truck, I have not had one triggered event since I've been here. Almost 7 months, I guess. A little bit longer than that, actually, about 8 months. Trey says, I came close to getting a mid-group because they were cheaper at the time than the double bunks, but I decided to remove the top bed and make it storage space. Yeah. Thanks for this. Curious how we are talking lease purchase and you're saying the weekly expenses are $75. I was talking about for people that have their own trucks. I wasn't talking about lease purchase.
Like currently my minimum before you add in the maintenance and everything else, and that's because I'm still paying, like, I think it's this week is my last on the escrow, the performance escrow, but I'm currently sitting at $756. That's just automatic for deduction without adding the maintenance or anything else. Obviously when that escrow goes off, I'll drop down to just like $700, but that's the truck payment. That's everything. Yeah, I don't have Swift's insurance either. So that at least on mine, it doesn't show for a fixed expense, but it is a fixed expense out of my bank account. So in reality, I'm about close to the currently at the 850 range, 900 range. Once that performance escrow drops, then I'll be right about that 775, 800 range. And that's a good thing here at Swift too, is you get the option. A lot of people don't realize here at Swift, they give you the option to get outside insurance too. You don't have to take their insurance like a lot of carriers, because I've done a lease with 2 other companies and I was forced to take their insurance. There was no discussion about it. Here at Swift, you get the choice between theirs or get an outside carrier.
Trey says West Valley's his favorite terminal. Francis says, if I wanted to increase the maintenance cent per mile, who would I talk to? Michelle. No, Michelle has nothing to do with it. You're going to talk to your driver leader. Aaron, love your videos. Keep it up. It'll grow. Absolutely.
Thank you.
Your gross is very predictable here when you have your system. I haven't had a negative week here when I actually run the truck. Same here. It's very predictable. The driver on the top right has a Tennessee shirt on. Does JC have a Tennessee shirt on? I didn't notice that. How would Southeast Regional be if Swift has Southeast Regional for these purchases? So basically, they don't have a Southeast Regional, but all of us pretty much run in the Southeast. All of them except for maybe Aaron. We all try to stay to the Southeast as much as possible. So that's not a Tennessee shirt. That is a looks like a
So Carhartt.
Carhartt, orange Carhartt. He says it's a Tennessee shirt. That new camera is miles better than the old one. Yep, absolutely. I should have asked TA before I left my truck in the fuel aisle for home time. I should have asked TA. That's funny. I didn't even know we had a home time request. I just booked a load and PTA. Absolutely. It's for the older. It's for the drivers that do the rate per mile, the old system.
Another thing I'll say about the home time request. I had to be home last weekend for my son moving out with me, and when I put in my home time request, I started getting a lot of offers from different driver leaders because they see that, and if they have a load that's near where you are that goes to your home area, they'll offer it to you. So that's one good thing about letting them know that you want to go home.
My weekly expenses with the Now-Stat truck is $190, but I opted for everything, and I think it's lower because I'm close to paying all my escrow. Yeah, that's right. So $75 is your weekly expenses, but when you pay off that $50, it goes down to $25. What do you get paid on detention time, and how many hours have you? So 2 hours, anything after 2 hours, you start getting paid detention, and I believe it's $35 an hour, and it's automatic. It doesn't matter if they pay detention or not as a shipper or receiver. You still get it from Swift. They pay it.
That caps at 8.
Yeah, after 8, you start going to the rate. That's not all true either. After the 8, you're there for a day, and then they start paying you a daily rate. What's up with Alan? Has he been getting miles? Alan's been working his ass off. And I'm not so sure that's your picture. I just looked up your YouTube page. Not many drivers have weekly expenses over $1,000 here. When I leased a truck from Swift, this was $700. I think mine is like right at $850 with mine.
That's the whole reason why I came back here, is because of how low it was. One of the companies is currently, when I was looking into them, they were before I came back here, the Swift, they're like $1,400 for fixed expenses a week. So you can't beat Swift on their prices for if you're going to do the lease purchase program, Swift or Knight. I mean, the big difference between the two is Knight only gives the used trucks, while Swift gives you the option to get a brand new truck.
So Rider for Price says, my friend that's an owner-operator of Swift has loads pulled off of him from planners when they determine he doesn't have the hours. Seems to happen often, quite actually, even though he technically has the hours to drive. That has happened. But again, it's a system that predicts your hours, and you've got to call the plant. If that happens, call the planner and say, hey, I've got the hours. Prove it to them. I've had that happen before, and I've called and I've gotten the load back because I proved it to them.
I actually had that happen this last week before I got this one. I booked a load, and then in the middle of the night, the planner took it off of me, and then by the time I woke up in the morning, they already had it assigned to somebody else, and that person was already there picking up the load. So I mean, it happens.
It sucks. No disrespect or anything, but the late night people don't have a clue what the hell's going on.
Yeah.
I was told the night crew is the B team.
Yeah. But it's like that at every company where you have nighttime dispatch.
At nighttime, tell me to use PC that we don't have to forward my load. That New Jersey Home Depot.
What'd you say?
I had one of the night persons tell me to use PC to forward my load for that Home Depot in New Jersey because I was right there.
I would have wrote that person's name down.
Mm-hmm. That's illegal as hell.
I don't mind.
Ended up going talking to somebody else.
I don't mind taking a load from a planner on the home time, but I do tell them I need to be maximizing my week, not sitting here on short loads. So and I think that has to do with what terminal you're based out of. And I don't have that problem being out of Detroit. If the planners in my area give me a load, 99 times out of 100, they're going to pay me at least $2.50, $3, $4 a mile. Don't you see that too, JC?
Yeah.
I mean, they give me good stuff, and the stuff that they give me makes sense.
I've had our driver leader tell me he got me a load, and then tell me, "Oh, that's too cheap. Never mind. I'll get you another one."
Yep, I've had that too.
I had Dwayne. He's the one that told me about the Lordstown load off the load board. That way I had enough time to get home and get the rest of my gear.
Guy at my side job was very negative Nancy on leases, but he was from Prime, and I was telling him it's also better over here, but it's still a mega carrier.
I mean, there certain, you got to find the system that works for you. Certain systems work for certain people. Like there's quite a few people that I know of that have been successful over at Prime. There's quite a few people that have failed. It's the same here. There's quite a few people that have been successful and quite a few people have failed. You just kind of got to find the right system that's going to work for you and stick with it. And who gives a shit what other people think, kind of thing.
And a lot of it has to do with the person, you. You know, what works for you. What works for me might work for you, and vice versa. Somebody sounds like they got an airplane in the background.
Probably my truck. It just started up.
Hopefully it's not my new headset. That'd suck. I have my Bluetooth for my regular phone, and then I have this plug-in one for the company line.
Yeah, it's definitely James. I just muted him. Now it's back. It's definitely yours, man. You got that AC on full blast, don't you?
How's that better?
Yeah. Francis, huh? Oh. Francis says he couldn't wrap his head around the fact that we get a loaner truck if our truck is in the shop for a long time. Yes, you can. You're going to pay for it, but you can get it.
Mm-hmm.
New Boston is fine. It's other planners from different terminals. New Boston feels like it's thinking how we do. Yep. Now you do get offers from other planners when you're in the area and stuff, but yeah, you just got to be careful. So I haven't looked into it. The rumor has it is that the Manteno terminal shut down. Does anybody know or anything about that? Manteno, Illinois.
Never heard that.
One of my favorite terminals too.
There's a lot of terminals and yards I'm finding out that are out here.
Yeah, well, there's 32 total. Just to let you know,
yeah.
Terminals. What's y'all's take on MRP lease or newer truck? Newer truck all the time, in my opinion. All the time. I think most of the guys on this board here will agree.
Yeah.
Problem is with an MRP lease is you're getting into an old Swift. Probably an old Swift company truck that the leasing company has bought. It's got 350 to 400,000 miles on it, and you're getting a truck that's basically towards the end of its life. I'm not saying it's a bad thing or a good thing, but it is more of a cheaper way to get into a truck. Just so you know, Aaron's audio sounds best tonight, loud and clear. Hello, and come in. So, yeah, your audio does sound good tonight. I might have to go back to my headset. Yeah, Manteno shut down. That's not good. And what sucks is that terminal was so close to Chicago.
But you got the Gary, Indiana yard right there.
I know it's another hour away. Plus, you got all that bullshit traffic with Manteno.
Oh yeah,
you can literally be there in 45 minutes with no traffic. Trey says I was going to go there a week ago or so to get an empty, and Amanda said it's closed. That sucks, man. If you're lazy and you want to be home every other day, there is no lease purchase that will work anywhere. I've always said that you really should stay out at least 2 to 3 weeks before you really start.
Unless you get one of those, you're one of those lucky guys that get, because Swift does offer local lease opportunities. on certain contracts. I know there's a couple of local guys that have day cabs that are lease ops who are buying the truck from Swift, and they're out of Phoenix and they're home every day.
But they ain't nowhere near the money we are, though. I can tell you that.
No, probably not. I know, like I said, they just offered there in St. Louis too. They are offering home every day for lease op.
Just ain't that just ain't for me. I'll tell you that. I don't mind being home every day, but I'm sure the money. I'm sure there's a downfall to the money somewhere. Dion, yeah. I'll agree with you on that one, buddy. I'll agree.
I mean, that I was just saying, if that's your thing, Swift offers it. You just gotta. They're few and far between.
Chris, you look like you're about ready to fall asleep up there, buddy. You all right?
Yeah, I'm reading the comments over here.
Oh, I'm gonna go back to the comments here. Oh man. Trey says, "Some, unless it's out and back deal, those exist. They do exist, but again, you're dealing with the money factor though too." Francis says, "Gary, Indiana Terminal makes y'all feel like you need a gun when you go in the yard." Yeah, I don't know about that, but I understand what you're saying. 300 to 500, disagree. My truck is 300 to 500.
I'm assuming that's what he's talking for his payment. I mean, I'm sure that Swift offers some MRPs that are still pretty good. The majority of them, when I was coming on, that I was looking at, there was just the program, the MRP program, just didn't look all that great.
He works for a different company, and I believe he's talking about mileage on the truck when we were talking about higher mileage. I think. I don't know that for sure.
Ask Michael Shelton about MRP trucks.
Yeah, no shit. No shit. So Trey says, Mantino had the locker room style showers in a small yard. Always parked there when I was on the craft account. Yeah, that terminal was awesome. You guys been on the load board. Me, if you book a load and you see something better, no, you cannot have the load removed because you find something better. The only time you can ever put the load off is if you make a mistake and you call immediately.
Yep. I already had one removed because I changed my pickup time for like the next day or 2 days later.
Yeah, you can have one removed for situations like that too. They make top end company pay. That's right.
Is that Shannon down there?
Yeah, he's down.
Yeah, I'm falling around in my bunk.
Yeah. Looked like you fell out of the truck.
So 300,000 to 500,000 end of life. I disagree. I have an 853 on mine, running strong, knocking on imitation. Yeah, I get you, T-Bone. I understand it, but what I'm talking about, end of life with Swift's, with the way their fleet is. That's why they get rid of them. And honestly, you know just as well as I do, somewhere around 500 is where you start having, problems and issues. And that's where my international started having problems. I had a little bit over 400 on mine, and it just got to, the maintenance on that truck was more than what I paid for the truck. And there becomes just like when you buy a car, when you start putting more money into a car because of maintenance and it's not worth it, or you're rebuilding a car and it's not worth it, why put the money into it? It's time to move on past it. Just my opinion, and that's kind of what I did. I had so many issues with that international. And again, I think it was because of the 826 engine. I'm not a fan of it. I will always say that. I've had other guys that have done real well with that engine. Also, I plan out my weekends because I don't like working with anyone outside New Boston. I don't have to worry about it when I'm booked. Yeah, I agree with you that too. I don't really like taking any loads from anybody unless it just makes sense, unless they're out of the New Boston terminal. I think he's talking about mileage. He is. You guys have been on the load board way longer than me, but if something comes up better, can I have the load? I just said that. No, you can't. Oh yeah, I need to call him. Yep.
Yeah, I went through that this morning. I was kind of apprehensive because of this whole holiday weekend thing. As you guys seen, the load board dried up. Like a day and a half, 2 days ago, it got real thin, and I was like, oh man. So I was happy that I had a load sitting on me and it don't deliver until the 5th. But because of the weekend, I said, well, how is this gonna play out come Monday? Because you know how these these holidays kind of bleed over into the next week. I'm like, man, am I gonna be able to capture something on Monday? So it is a gamble. I heard somebody say it earlier about stacking yourself, saying so. What you want to do, it is. I hate using the term play the game, but you do want to play the game. If you pick too early, you shoot yourself in the foot. If you go back and look at the board after you stacked yourself, because you might find something that's closer or paying a little bit more. But with this weekend, the way it played out, I got lucky and found 2 lows leaving, again, same dynamic, where I'm dropping off at, I'm picking up 29 miles away, boom, drops off Tuesday, I'm good to go closing out the week.
So you know how to fix that, Shannon?
Fix what?
When you, about booking a load and then wanting to go back. You just don't go back and look at the load board. Once you book the load,
exactly. Once you book, leave it alone.
up in a row with it. Yep. That's how you, and I've always been. Now, I had that load cancel on me Monday, the auto parts load that I always take to go home. Guess what? Damn thing canceled like I knew it would. I had to get on the load board immediately and try and find some stuff that could replace it. Well, guess what? I didn't go home, guys. I'm still out. I'm going to be out 13 weeks this time. That's the longest I've ever been out in my whole career. Yep. And I told my wife, I said, hey, you know, we got a lot of things that we're paying off and a lot of things that we're doing. I said, I didn't afford to be out here without a student for more than 2 weeks, and I was already out a week and a half. I said, I got to get a student, and I got to keep rolling. I'll come home in 4 weeks. And that's basically what I'm doing. All right. Alan's in the studio. Hang on, Alan. We'll talk to you in a second. Hold on a second. Oh, yeah, I need to call Elmer. I have a cancellation somehow, and the only thing I can think of that it was a T call they had me do. Okay. Trey says, no, LOL Swift has said all the bookings are final. That's right. And if you go somewhere to get a load and already took it off, you have to stay that day. Make sure your advisor pays you for that. Yep. I missed it last minute. I know the game, but I'm going to the Hall of Fame. So, yep, that happened to me. So real quick, guys, and they're starting to do this quite a bit with the fuel prices going down. If you all get a load that you book and 2 days later you get another message saying that the load dropped because of, you know, the market conditions and stuff, make sure you take screenshots of both of them and let your driver leader know, and they'll pay you for them. The difference that you don't get. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, luckily I haven't ran into that issue. They send me a market rate confirmation and then the book it now rate, and that's that.
Once you go to the load and you get dispatched on it, it doesn't change. I'm talking about like Shannon's talking about. You stack, because I stack loads all the time. If you stack, me too. And two days down the road it changes, and it'll happen. You'll see. Just know that you got to go to your planner or your driver leader to get the pay.
That must be a out here East Coast thing. I'm just kidding.
So, Alan,
you better get Alan's weekly report. He's going to be gone in 5 minutes.
No, I ain't gonna be gone in 5 minutes as long as I don't get no phone call. I'm gonna be here for a while because I'm at the ship. I asked butt face.
All right, Alan. Here's your secret admirer right there, Angie Letterman. Now, let me warn you. She always wants to know what's up with Alan. Has he been getting miles? And she also said, will your wife get mad if she knows you're talking to her on this thing? So let me clarify one thing. I went to Angie Letterman's YouTube account, and it appears to be a man. That's a woman avatar from a movie or something, but it's a man, just to give you a heads up.
That's crazy.
Be careful.
No bueno.
Would your wife get mad if you were talking to another man?
No, because I don't flow that way. I'm just gonna leave it at that.
All right, so we'll go back. Aaron, how was your week, buddy? We didn't talk about yours and Shannon's and Alan's.
So we talked about mine, but I'll go over it again.
It's fine. I couldn't remember.
Yeah, we went over mine.
Okay. Alan, you want to go over yours, buddy?
I'll be at 5,500 for the week. I got this load. I'm booked all the way up until Tuesday. I'm deadheading from Georgia down to Alabama, getting a load, paying me about $2,500 to go up to PA. a Walmart load.
Shannon, how about you, buddy?
Man, I'm squeezing all kind of tomatoes trying to catch up. I had my first. June was not a friendly month for me. I think I told you about my windshield, James.
Yep.
That crack turned into it went from top to bottom. So I couldn't push it any longer. Got down into I had the service coming up, so I got that done in Denver. Made it to Atlanta. The crack was just unbearable. I said, yeah, this is too risky. So got the windshield replaced. And then 15 miles from Greer Terminal, I had my front passenger tire blow out. And so I saved the load, saved the truck. They had to come out, put a new tire. And then they noticed that I guess the pressurized air line right there off of the air. Oh my goodness. The air brake chamber. So there's an air line there. The tire rubbed up against that and damaged it. So he said, man, you're gonna want to get this looked at. He said, because I don't have that part. So I limped the truck down the road. It kept the pressure, but I ended up sitting at Greer. I lost 2 loads going into the third week of June. So not complaining. I'm out here swinging for the fences, but I'm doing some patchwork, man. I'm squeezing them and trying to put it together. Matter of fact, I'm right up the road from you right now. I'm right here in West Atlanta.
Oh, okay. I'm down here in Albany.
Yeah, I heard you when you said it earlier. I said, oh, shoot, he's just down the way.
Yeah, we're heading up to Macon, Georgia in the morning to pick up our next load that goes to Fort Wayne, Indiana. And then that load drops, and then we got a Joyce from Detroit sent me a load when I was at Walmart earlier, going from basically 45 miles away, going back up to Detroit. It's a Detroit diesel load.
There you go.
I've taken that load before too, and it was pretty easy. It's almost $4 a mile.
Yeah, I'm dropping something down in Midland.
When Elmer comes in on Monday, I'm going to try and get a Salt Lake. Is what my plans are.
Really?
Yeah. So how's Mike doing with that new truck? Mike hasn't had any problems that I'm aware of on the truck, but he's had just new things because that truck is completely different. Alan will attest to that, but there's a lot of things that you got to learn on that truck that he's just now learning. But
$2,000 on batteries, on 6 batteries.
On a brand new truck?
Yep.
His truck ain't 26. It's got 190,000 miles on that truck. Don't let him tell you that.
170.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it was new to me, but yeah.
So it must be a Volvo.
It is.
All right, guys, comments. Anybody want to talk about anything?
Did anybody get that load going from PA back down to Florida, paying $2,000?
Man, how much?
$2,000. I was gonna get it, but I didn't have enough time. It picks up on the 6th and delivers it down next to Miami on the 8th. I couldn't have done it. Now, once my wife gets on here with me, I can, but I couldn't have done it by myself. I'd be pushing it. Had to be there by 1800.
I don't know about that one. Sounds good, but and what was the weight?
The weight was, I think, no, it wasn't. It was light. It was like 35 or 36. Yeah. The one I'm going up to PA is, I think, 35. It's a Walmart load from Alabama. Preloaded trailer.
Say that earlier about you want to pick that load, least amount of miles, paying as much as you can, and you want to add in there and not that heavy.
Yep.
Yeah, I've been seeing 42. I seen something that said 47,000 pounds. I was like, I'm gonna scroll right by this.
Right now,
I saw one day that had 94,000 pounds.
My gross weight today is 78, 32, 20. I'm heavy today. Heavier than I want to be.
That's what she said.
Oh, hey.
I still got over 7 miles a gallon though.
Oh.
Now I'm at this Kroger's. They could have made this a drop for me because they have all these empty trailers, but they made it as a live appointment. I'm like, man, come on, you could have made it as a drop. Now I'm gonna sit here with all the.
It's Kroger.
And it's the
I was
fourth.
just asking about Kroger earlier.
Which
Yeah,
Kroger?
I was.
Which Kroger?
Louisville.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be here for a while.
Sucks.
Yeah, I know. I'll be here for a while. I might be here 10 hours.
I think there's a White Castle right outside that terminal or that Kroger too. By the way.
Wow.
Uh-oh. Alan went in the dark.
Well, that's one thing that you guys really got me keyed on. When I look at that delivery and see Kroger's, and what is it called? What's the other store?
All of them. Food Lion. All of them, dude.
Food Line. When I see those, I'm like, nah. They say it ain't worth it. It's just not worth it. What you gonna put up with trying to get this thing unloaded?
Piggly Wiggly.
I've never seen a Piggly Wiggly.
Yeah, I did one up in Wisconsin, right
Be
outside
careful.
of
Be
Right outside of
careful
Madison.
with Piggly Wiggly, man. I don't know if you've ever heard the story, man. My great uncle started the Piggly Wigglies. Don't you get started on me.
They took. I was a little pissed off. They had 4 of us Swift guys show up all at the same time. We all had an hour difference with our delivery times, and I took the longest out of everybody. But my appointment was before everybody's. It took me 8 hours to get unloaded, and I was not a very happy camper.
Amazon's always a big no.
Yeah.
You
Alan,
know,
you're
interestingly,
at the Louisville Kroger.
Yeah, Kroger owns Piggly Wiggly, I think.
Alan, are you at the Louisville Kroger?
Yes.
Oh, I can't hear him.
we can't hear you, Alan.
The security guard there told me that all those trailers are for load outs, not for us to take out empty.
Hey, James.
Yeah.
Interestingly enough, I haven't had one delivery at Amazon that they didn't say, drop it over there and go over there and get it empty. I've been pretty fortunate the Amazon drops.
Yeah. Not for me, man. I can tell you that right now. Not for me.
Trying to find this next load after I drop this
Ah.
tomorrow.
I'm back. No, they told me if they schedule for a drop, it could have been a drop. What the security guard told me.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. I'm
When I
trying
was
to.
there, I thought I could get one of those trailers too, and they told me that if you're a Swift truck and you come in there with a load, you will be a live load because they only let those other trailers leave for load outs.
That don't make sense because you're doing the same thing. You swapping trailers out. So that don't make sense.
Yeah, I don't know.
One of the best trips I picked up here in early June. It was Walmart to Walmart, Lawrence, South Carolina to Hurricane, Utah. Went for $3,400. Drive through the canyons. Yeah, that sounds like a good deal.
I'm trying to find for a load like that. Everything I keep finding coming out of Virginia on Tuesday, Wednesday. I mean, everything is coming out on Monday instead.
Yeah, that's what I'm
and
looking
then-
at right now.
The few things I have seen that are coming out like Tuesday, Wednesday, they're going into New Jersey, and I don't want to go into New Jersey. I want to go west.
You make more money on the east.
That bobtail.
So Money Clarity says, argued with CSR just a few hours ago. I'm sitting in DePierre picking up a preload from Georgia Pacific, but I bobtailed from the nominee. They made me bobtail.
No, he said they're mad that he bobtailed.
Yeah, you should never bobtail to one of those big places. I don't.
Not unless you get the okay.
Yep. Got to get the okay.
Yeah, man, they will stop you at the gate.
Trey says, I remember picking up at a load in Waco that Swift also booked another driver on, and I ended up getting it because I got there first. I've heard of that happening before, but I don't have any experience in that, obviously. But I have heard of that happening.
They do it on the load board now. If you book a load and it's stale and somebody else book it, it says this load is no longer available. Somebody else booked it.
Is that what you sent me the other day?
Yep, that's why I sent you. I'm like, oh, great, because I was going to try to book this one load going up to like Indiana or something, paying 18. I'm like, well, out of Georgia, well, I have to get something else. So that's why I'm deadheading to Alabama. Pick up any time, deliver on the 7th. No later than the 7th. Who's this person keep asking about me? Where am I all the time?
I already showed you.
I know you showed me, but why are they asking about me?
Well, you're a tennis
careful. You're the legend.
Yeah, I'm a tennis. I don't give a dang what she is. This right here says otherwise. I'm married, and I'm saying married.
James,
And she's wrong.
It's just your week.
Wrong color.
James, is the picture that person had on there, is that broad that was killing everybody in your state?
No, it's not Eileen Walnels. No, it's not her.
It's just your week to get flirted with. Last week was mine.
No, that's fine. Wrong color. They can flow all they want.
Well, you can say wrong color, but you don't have a pink shirt on like my boy Aaron did. That's why he was getting flirted with.
Hey, I do wear pink. I just don't have no pink on me.
I'm wearing purple today.
Real men wear pink.
CNS Wholesale Grocers owns Piggly Wiggly. Or if you have, what almost happened to me, a company driver showed up early and almost stole the load I booked.
What?
How?
Yeah.
Filled up in Memphis, didn't need to get fuel again until I got to El Paso. At South Carolina, Utah was like 9,000 pounds. I had picked up in Vegas and everything going to El Paso. Great week.
Wow.
If it's a Tractor Supply load, I can understand a company guy stealing your load because they just leave the paperwork in the little slot thing. And you can any driver can walk in there from your company and go, hey, well, I don't like the load I'm on. I'm going to take this one instead.
You can't do that. You have to get okay from Swift. Not as a company driver.
Because somebody got to dispatch you.
Right.
Their driver leader would have to dispatch them. So they can't just arbitrarily flip through the little, like the pallets. You know how you walk in, they got the stack of paperwork for the pallet runs? You can't just go in there and be like, I think I want this one.
Even at Zone Up, we can't do that.
Right.
Even at Zone Up? Yeah. We might have a more leadway, but we can't do it because I tried it before.
So
my load canceled.
Let me read this comment. So this guy, Brian Fink, says he's bobtailed to place as long as it doesn't say bobtail. Well, I've never seen one that doesn't say bobtail. And if you're doing that, then what you're doing is you're leaving a trailer deficit to a place where...
To a location, yeah.
To a location to where it's going to turn into a live load for the next driver. Don't do that, guys. Take an empty with you at all times. I know it's a pain in the ass to go searching for the empties all the time, but you're just making more work for the next driver. And you,
or get the okay, because we have been in jams where, hey, where you're at, there's just no trailers. And all right, you know what? We're gonna clarify this. Okay, go ahead, bobtail it, but get permission. Other than that, they're gonna turn you away at the gate. Now you don't waste the time, you don't waste the fuel, clock is running. Be a bad deal.
So Trey says, Alan, they got the hots for you. Did Alan leave again?
Yeah, looks like it.
Alan, I don't know what the hell you got going on, brother, but
His 5-minute timer was up.
There's Virgil Smith. Happy 4th from Lubbock, Texas. Hey, happy 4th to you too, buddy. He was supposed to go there at 3 p.m. and mine was 2 p.m., but he said the pickup time was 2 p.m. It was the Mopar in Marysville. Huh. Never had that happen before. Good old Lubbock. Last time I was there, dust blew me back to Dallas. All right, guys. Y'all got any comments? Let's get them up there. We're almost at the 2-hour mark. Home Depot in Dallas not letting Swift take empties out. Wow. That's the reason they're doing that is because of the other guy that we just talked about not bringing an empty in. That's why they're holding them, because they got a deficit. Oh, Alan's having issues tonight. I think you spoke truth there, JC. I think his timer ran out.
Can't hear James.
Hey, so what's the news, James? You finalized a truck yet?
Oh, it's done.
Okay.
So they called Alan into the dock. Yeah, it's a done deal. Should be in around September.
Cool.
What about
cool.
yours? When's yours coming in?
Well, I'm assuming we're inching closer and closer, so I'm gonna get through. I'll probably get through like the next couple weeks, and I'll probably, because I don't want to bug Michelle about it, but remember last time I told you, she said it could show up early or it could be a little late. So she said when we get close to August, just start reaching out. So I'll get through July here and give her a holler. Because I really hope it shows up for that parade you were talking about.
Okay. So Leatherman says, I'm going to skin on out, guys. Happy 4th. Same to you, buddy. Same to you. What happened, Chris? We lose you?
I couldn't hear nobody.
Oh, there we go.
I was telling you, James, that Maryville was a gamble for me, especially the Carrollton runs. It's almost like they knew I was trying to go home. Buddy, that's what happened to me. I had a Carrollton and a Centerline both cancel on me at Orlando. I was trying to get home. So I was not happy. Give me about another 10 minutes, guys, and then we're going to cut off here. I know I am. I'm tired. Even though I slept for 20 hours, I'm still tired. I just want to lay and watch TV.
Yeah, my rock stars were wearing off a little bit. I'm tired.
You never were a rock star. You're more like a monster than a rock star.
Yeah, I guess so. Monster's nasty, though. I hate Monster energy drinks.
I have a feeling mine might cancel. I just hope they won't till an hour or two before. So if they have up to 2 hours to cancel. So if you're in that 2 hour period, they won't cancel. That's what they say anyways. I've never had it like that before. So I think you'll be okay if you make it within that 2 hour window.
Wow. We're getting close to Orlando shutting down anyway, so.
Yeah.
What,
You guys still
month?
do?
Huh?
It's another month, I think, right? Didn't they say August?
I was told July is what I was told, but who knows?
Oh, well, maybe they shut
You
down
guys-
already.
You guys still deliver parts over there at the Belvedere or no?
Yep.
Yeah. I drove by there this morning and they were freaking, it was dead. Nobody was there.
There's 2 factories over there in Belvedere, just so you know.
Is there?
One of them was shut down. That's probably the dead one you saw. One of them was completely shut down.
And are they working on the 4th?
Who?
Well, whichever, it is, because the holiday, people took off probably starting Thursday.
Well, with the auto parts stuff, you can deliver them anytime.
Even on holidays?
Yep, they're 24/7.
Oh, okay.
They have security guards and stuff that'll take the loads.
That you in.
Darn, that Orlando load is my start of the week load of due every Monday. Yeah, it's not gonna start of your week. Well, there's nothing coming out of Orlando. It's always going to Orlando. I don't know. You might be doing something different that I don't know about. Oh, I see what you're saying. Start of your week in Marysville. Yeah, that load's going bye-bye.
Wow.
Well, they'll still do them, right? It's just going to go to the new place in Georgia. So it's just
Yeah,
not
it's
going to
gonna
go to Orlando.
It'll go to Georgia. That's what I mean. Picking up on Monday, go to Orlando. Come. Yeah, when my new truck comes in, I think a lot of things are going to change with my style. I'm not going to train any longer, and I'm going to try and go home a little bit more often too than what I have been. All right, guys, real quick, like, comment, subscribe, please, if you haven't. Doesn't cost you a penny. Got a lot of things in the work for the near future with the channel. Somehow or another, we still have 40 people in here. That's crazy to me, but a lot of big plans coming up for the near future. Gonna have to keep watching. Channel's growing very, very quickly. I'm almost at 3,000 subscribers, which is crazy to me. I was literally 7-8 months ago. I was just glad that I made it to 1,000, and here I am almost at 3,000.
I would be glad to be at 1,000. I'm sitting close to a little over 300. I'm sure I'll start getting up there, getting a little bit more established.
We need to figure out how to broadcast from your channel too. That's one thing we need to do.
I know I'm going to be bringing on my laptop onto the truck as well, and doing some lives instead of just recorded videos as well. So I'm trying to make some changes as well.
Yeah, I'm about to start mine up starting Monday. Maybe tomorrow, we'll see.
So Fran says, well, I guess I'll be closer to Irvington, Alabama for those Walmart loads I do. Well, those are pretty frequent too. I've never really been the guy that wants to run the same loads over and over and over. I like just going with the flow. I always have. I go home when I want to, and I just go with the flow. And you guys got any final comments y'all want to talk about? Anybody?
No.
Any final comments from the people watching? Anybody? Come on. Put them up there.
Besides telling everybody to have a happy 4th and make sure you don't blow off your fingers or your hand.
All right, guys. So if you're not a part of the group chat and you want to be a part of it, send me a message. Let me know you want to be a part of it for the Swift drivers. Shannon, as I said, I'm sending the link out one time on the rabbit chat, what we've been calling it. For
make sure I'm in there, because I didn't see it.
Well, how
Chris
did you
send me the link?
Who sent you the link?
Chris. I said Chris a message. I said, hey man, I think I'm in a different group.
Well, let me tell you what happened. You were in the group and then you opted out. Don't opt out of the group. I'm going to send you a link right now. Don't opt out, because this is how I'm going to start sending these out.
Okay. And I didn't know you could opt out on the text.
You sure did, man. I'm looking right now. Shit.
Yeah, you can remove yourself. I've noticed that in the last couple of weeks, we've had a couple of people leave the chat because of certain conversations we've had on there. That, or they don't. I was assuming they don't like the fact that the chat blows up. And a lot of people don't understand this. Is if you don't want to hear being notified of it, just silence the group, and then once you're stopped, go into it and look later.
So Shannon, you have something set on your phone where you're not allowing people to add you to chats.
Really?
Yeah, it says contacts not using RCS can only be added to a new MS group. So you've opted out of it, and you can't be brought back in.
Wow.
So you got to go into your settings, and you have a setting in your message app that won't allow
all right,
you
let
to
me.
be included in a group chat.
We'll catch up later, James, and get it figured out.
It's real easy to figure out. Go back to the rabbit chat that you opted out and opt back in. That's how you get back in.
Okay.
They're
All
your
right.
message. All right. Let me read these last few comments. And if you don't want to hear all the beeps, because I do the same thing too. I hear the beeps all the time. Just turn it on silent. Brent says, I mean, it might change soon. I found a nice loot for easy 5K gross. See, I want to do more than 5K. That's why I keep my options open. Enjoy the fireworks tonight. Hopefully, we'll see. Believe it or not, here in Albany, I've not heard any fireworks whatsoever, which really surprises me.
I've heard some
I haven't
thunder.
heard anything either besides some thunder here in Jessup.
Yeah.
Right. Problem is, people can't afford the damn fireworks anymore.
I heard them when I was in Wisconsin last night at like 2 o'clock in the morning, though. Haven't heard anything here in Ohio yet.
I haven't heard anything over here in Maryland yet. I haven't seen nothing besides some thundering and some wet pavement due to the rain because I'm in a thunderstorm right now.
Wow.
All right, guys. I guess we'll jump off here.
All right, fellas. Well, you guys enjoy your 4th of July, and stay safe out there when you get up and rolling again.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
After 5 a.m.
No, I do want to go over the Rockies. Say I did it once. Yeah, we all want to do that. Had some at Mount Rushmore last night. Awesome.
Wow.
All right, my friends. Y'all have a good night, and we'll talk later, okay?
All right.
Thank you, guys.
All right, look at this.